Do you know who I hate?
Oh, YouTubers hate homeless people.
Alexa? Who? Homeless people.
Same. They're lazy people who love to live in shit on the side of the road. But thankfully, there's a YouTuber out there who agrees with us.
Yes. Sykuno?
No, Tyler Oliveira.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to watch a video of him walking around the city and abusing homeless people.
This is Vancouver, Canada, a city that made every drug legal. This is Portland, Oregon, the city where every drug is legal. This is San Francisco, a city that pays drug addicts to use drugs.
Are you smoking crack right now? Is that what that is?
Are you on trank right now? Is that why you're nodding out?
What are you using? Is it meth?
People appeared lifeless on the corner of every street, and it was impossible to tell if they were just high or dead. I didn't expect to play journalist today, but I guess I am.
I investigated the city that banned police.
Amazing.
I didn't know they did that in America.
No.
Have you heard about a city in America that banned police?
It might not be America.
True.
It could be this suburb we're in right now. And we're just finding out.
This is Seattle, Washington. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drug addiction, homelessness, racism, protests. Crime.
Where how's like drug addiction and all these other things and people dying is the same as someone yelling Free Palestine on the street?
It's exactly the same. It's chaos.
Chaos.
This destroys a city.
Crime.
I am being trafficked against my will.
Chaos. Are you on fentanyl right now?
He's pooping.
Wait, you're taking a poop? And free fentanyl?
Imagine you see a man pooping and you're like, sick, YouTube, paycheck, let's go interview him while he's shitting his pants.
Hey, are you doing poo right now?
Whoa, dude, that's weird.
Is that poo?
Do you know that's weird?
You know you're not meant to be pooing.
Do you know
that? I'm meant to be filming you poo? Because what I'm doing is illegal. Probably more illegal than you pooing in public. Like non-consensually filming someone else take a shit.
Yeah, but it's crazy because it's like...
You should be ashamed of yourself, you dirty, dirty little...
3 years ago, in June of 2020, Seattle protests emerged following the death of George Floyd. And
Yeah, they missed that part. Racism was a black woman raising her fist. That's what he posted as racism.
denouncing racial injustice and police brutality. In an effort to placate protesters, the mayor surrendered 5 blocks of the Capitol Hill neighborhood, and the police evacuated the zone completely, leading protesters to occupy the zone, banning police from entering, and declaring independence as the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. Chaz, later renamed CHOP.
I don't think the mayor banned police.
No,
I think
the police left, but then he said the protesters banned them from entering.
I mean, they did.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. The police want to come in, they're not going to walk in and then see a sign that says no cops.
Oh,
and be
sorry.
Like, we can't go past
I
this
guess.
sign. You mean the police chose to leave?
Sorry, police, this is illegal now, according to me.
Did you see the sign that's over there?
Are you a cop?
No cops allowed.
Also, didn't this last like 2 weeks or some shit? 2 weeks, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, so he's doing it now?
CHOP, as protesters vowed to occupy the zone until Seattle's police budget was cut in half.
Was it cut in half?
We would have heard about it if suddenly somewhere in America was like, oh, we're not giving police $1 billion this year. Police budget grew to more than 370 million from 355 million in 2022.
So it went up by 15.
It went up by 15 million.
So that's what he means by cutting it in half.
It means cutting it in more. In November 2021, so right after Chaz, the council never cut funding for a single police officer.
Well, but he just said they cut it.
But how did Seattle get to this boiling point? How did these events permanently impact the city? And what does the future of Seattle look like when considering the problems it faces today? I met up with Seattle journalist Jonathan Cho to go boots on the ground and see the state of chaos in Seattle.
It is so insane that just like every part of this video is lies. And the only other part of the video that's like real footage is basically just him looking at like people in their absolute worst moments with a camera and being like, oh, are you on fucking crack right now? That's sick. Let me film this. It's just like, it's just so awful. I don't know how the fuck normal people would watch this shit and go like, yeah, this is great content. Like, god damn, the average fucking American that loves this kind of content is just straight up a brain broken fascist at this point.
Seattle today.
Going to these camps, you have to have an exit strategy. I know all the entrances and exits. That's one. We know where to go. And just know that there are moving cars right now next to us going 80 miles an hour.
As we stumbled upon a tent with a bucket full of what looked to be human feces, the stench was so bad, we began to wonder if someone had died inside.
The stench was so bad. Let me see that shit. More. Film more. Let me see the flies.
You see flies here and there? You think someone's dead in there?
I don't know.
Might be worth a wellness check. I don't know. There could be someone dead in there.
We have found bodies in these tents before.
Is anyone in there?
Hey guys, welfare check.
Can we do that?
Is that how you do a welfare check? You shout welfare.
Welfare check! Can anyone do it? Because he's a journalist. He's not like a social worker. Like, can we just do that? They're charge of someone's house. Be like, welfare check! With a camera. That's the best way to get into anywhere. So I've noticed your house stinks. I've invited myself inside with a camera to investigate the smell.
Yeah.
Are you doing poos in here?
I thought this would make you feel better. Is there anything we can do to help? Publishing your face to millions of people online so you'll never get a job because we saw you shitting in a bucket. Anything we can do to help?
While drug addiction kept many of these people on the streets, we stumbled upon this giant fortress that led me to wonder if some of these people actually preferred living on these streets.
Hey there. How's it going? Is it too cold for you out here?
Not in this blanket.
Okay, fair. Do you need any help from anyone? And if so, how could someone help you?
I don't need any more help.
Okay.
I got all the things I need.
Notice what he said.
Well, there you go. Well, there you have it, guys. Turns out, not a problem. Pack it up. Leave, I guess.
Said he's choosing this.
Oh, the lifestyle.
I like that is what that's what your takeaway is. He's choosing this lifestyle. Dude, this is like extreme levels of insanity. This is akin to like Israel thinking that they could say like, Palestinians are actually faking being killed by Israel. Like, you have to be an objectively psychopathic individual to believe this kind of thinking. Because the notion that like people are fucking homeless by choice is so psychotic to me. Brother, feral animals in the wild need shelter. They don't just brave the elements. You know what I mean? They don't just tank it. They find like a fucking cave or something.
Lifestyle.
Sure.
What? He said, these two men walk to your house with a camera and ask, do you need any help? You'd be like, I got all I need, please leave. And he's like, you see, that actually means this guy's chosen to be homeless. If he didn't want us to help him, you know that these two guys aren't here to help you.
No, you can tell their agenda immediately as well. If someone walks around like this, like social workers don't do that.
No. Who is this guy? Who's this journalist?
Who? It's Tyler all
No, the guy he's traveling with.
Down there, Jonathan Show. Powered by Turning Point USA.
Whoa. Wait, this guy's just a Turning Point USA guy. Yeah. He's like a right-wing influencer. Let's just visit these homeless encampments with a guy who wants to kill all homeless people.
But why would Tyler pick this man specifically?
And why not, like, tell us?
But intrigued by this unspoken tension felt throughout the city, I headed towards the Capitol Hill neighborhood where the events of Chaz began. But on our way there, Jonathan saw an abandoned building being broken into, and we sped onto the scene to investigate further.
How did you see it if you had to speed to the building? Sorry, it's not that relevant, but it's just fucking bad storytelling.
Yeah.
That's just lazy.
It's just like I saw.
We saw it, so we had to drive 10
kilometers that way.
No,
this guy's like a right-wing influencer, and he has a few places that he wants to visit where he can show this off to this random YouTuber.
Or maybe he's a property owner and these people are squatting in his property. It's like,
He's a slumlord.
we can go film
Yes,
this.
yes.
This could potentially be dangerous. Hello? You don't live here, sir.
I was sitting here.
You're squatting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to say what I think would truly be just that could happen to this guy. I'm just not going to say it. But you can't stop me from thinking it. I mean, it is so obvious that the building that you're going to is abandoned. Let them have fucking shelter, man. What's wrong with you? Like, why are you... It's not even your own property. It's someone else's abandoned property that you're like, quote unquote, defending. This is the Kyle Rittenhouse mentality, brother. That's it. It's like, it's not about actually a defense of private property at all. It's just you want to harm these individuals. Like, you want to hurt them. You're a sick, twisted, perverted little freak.
You want me to get my stuff?
I mean, they don't want people living here.
Okay, well, I'll get my stuff. I got some clothes and stuff here, so.
Would you like to talk real quick now that
Bro,
we're
just
here?
lock it. Lock the door.
It's like we're here to evict you with cameras. He's like, okay, I'll leave.
But the man was so polite about it. The guy didn't even say you have to leave, and he's so used to being shuffled around that he's like, okay, I'll leave.
Completely broken
But
man.
before you leave, can we just film where you shit on camera, please?
Yeah. Come on, show us your asshole.
No, I'm saying I'll get my stuff and go.
Would you like to share why you're here? We just saw you.
I'm homeless.
You're homeless?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're squatting here?
Yeah. The furniture was already here.
Can we come in?
How do they not see what's happening in this interaction? Like, I have no idea how a random person watches this and doesn't see these two as the bad guys. Like,
This is horrible.
this person's pleading, being like, please, this is like the only place I've found to live. Who even wants to fucking live here? What is this? It's like an abandoned, like, storage unit?
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's like, I'm sorry.
Dude, this is like too rough to watch.
I'll leave right now. Just when two random people show up.
Can we come in?
Yeah.
What's going on in here? There's a lot of pretty ladies, by the way.
Wow,
That was all. I was all here. Like,
He did not fucking Patreon that. He's paywalling. Oh, that is so gross. Dude, the only way you can operate like this is if you genuinely don't think that homeless people are humans. And you're just like, they are just like your little things to abuse and exploit for content. Like, you just don't think they're not human beings at all.
Wait, 18 plus. Did you say you go to his Patreon?
You go to his Patreon, you get to see.
What's going on?
Wait.
There's a lot of pretty ladies.
You go to his Patreon to see a homeless man's porn.
That's fucking sick. That's a much better plug than our Patreon.
Yeah, all you get with ours is just like heaps of fun videos for really cheap. $5 a month.
Bit of porn.
so I just have clothes, so I just get it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you find this place?
I was just walking by.
Walking by?
Yeah, and the door is open.
And are these your cutouts?
No, these ones aren't.
Okay.
You say you know the owner? Let's call the owner. I want to talk to the owner.
So we call the owner?
Yeah, we should.
Is there like salsa music playing in
Yeah,
this
why
little
is
like
this-
storage locker?
This is a party locker. Can't you see these guys are having a lot of fun here with their porn?
Is that meth?
That's what I do. I'm a Woodward. All right. It's my pipe, yeah.
Okay.
People have been squatting in here. This connects
I bet,
to the
yeah.
rest of the motel.
Oh, so there's a tunnel right here.
Not pretending that you just found this place. You know the exact layout of everything here.
Yeah.
That's why this guy's offering to leave, because this is his landlord. This guy who keeps visiting knows exactly how this building's structured.
Bro. The vibes are so fucked up. Bro, it's almost, I mean, this is like a silly comparison to make. I'm not saying that there's a moral equivalence here. But it feels like when people fucking get mad at fat people for going to the gym and like make fun of them and shit, and it's like, what do you want them to do? They're literally fucking working out. You want them to not be fat? They're literally working out to not be fat. Why are you fucking yelling at them when they're doing that thing that you demanded that they do? It's like these guys are devoid of shelter. You don't want them to be in the fucking streets. Now they figured out a way that is like literally a win-win for everyone. And you went to their domicile and decided to fuck their lives up. It's like, what do you just want them to die, I guess. This is the thing that doesn't make sense. It's like, if you are genuinely against like seeing homeless people on the fucking streets, then you should be on board with this. What the fuck?
This connects to the rest of the motel.
Oh, so there's a tunnel right here.
Yeah, so when I took up, yeah, they turn all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, about 5 years ago, I took up woodworking, and I could paint. I'm gonna make my worth $50 an hour easy.
So you have skills you'd like to use and get employed.
So, you know, some people are like, you're 40, you're not gonna fuck and that shit. And now I ended up homeless, and I got the skills now, baby.
This is nice. This guy's trying really hard to not be homeless.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a job.
Well, I think that Tyler's video showing this man's face is really going to help him.
Is this your crack pipe? Yeah, good luck getting a job. Also, is there anywhere I can help you?
Exactly.
I'm here to help.
I'm here to help you.
People are sick. They'll go from saying shit like someone should help those people, they shouldn't be out in the streets begging, etc., and then in the same breath suggest sending them to another city on buses. Yeah. Oh my God.
So we crawled through this dark tunnel in the building that led to an even darker room through another hole in the wall to get to this guy's room.
Oh, there's lighting. Who's back here?
No one.
Okay.
This is what I see.
Okay, let's check it out.
This is my, you know, I got my steel saw, my tools right here.
We got propane tank right here.
Propane tank.
The percentage of homeless who are employed is 40% in California, I believe, in Los Angeles.
Oh, your tools.
I'm a boss. You know,
You're a boss, brother.
I got my Ray-Bans right here, my Ray-Bans.
Okay. Is that P right there?
Yeah, I didn't dump it out this morning. Hey,
Okay,
don't do the close-up.
Okay.
Finally, they got someone who's like not completely fucked to say, please don't film my shit.
But you showed it anyway.
Yeah. How many views does this have? How many? 7 million people have watched this random man's pee after he said, please don't show where I pee to 7 million people.
I'm trying to get a job, so can you not show a bottle of piss? Might help me a little bit. Wait, what is he saying?
People, you know, some people say pee.
I'm not saving my pee.
Okay.
I just haven't had it.
But you know, some people do to drink it again because of the residue of fentanyl.
Wait on that level.
Okay, not yet.
Oh my god. This man. I think anyone watching this needs to. What is this? You've walked into this man's place. He's obviously living in fucking.
It does suck that, like, to the average American, they're grossed out by the homeless guy infinitely more than they are by the fucking actual die-in-the-wool fascist. Like, this video perfectly captures exactly what the fuck is wrong with American existence, exactly what capitalism does in dehumanizing us, in our endless interest in dehumanizing those who are less fortunate than us. Truly evil dipshit. That's another thing. These poverty porn YouTubers who treat addicts like their gestures should spend a full 10 days in a state-funded 2-track rehab/psych hospital, if only to gain a little humanity, but maybe also learn what drug addicts actually do and why they do it. Yeah. Joe Chode regularly harasses groups of asylum seekers and work with, which includes families with kids and babies. I was personally attacked by Joe Chode. He carries a metal baton with him that he threatens refugees with. That's the interesting part about this, by the way. This chatter says, let's be real. The majority of Americans are one unexpected expense away from being homeless. Yeah. And yet they don't even fucking recognize that, one, they're in those conditions, and two, they are also 100% in most circumstances participating in the dehumanization of homeless people. Because, like, it's the mindset, baby. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, no, these guys are homeless because they're bad. I'm a good person. So obviously this won't happen to me because poverty is a moral failing. It's a moral failure.
In hell, he doesn't have a toilet and he needs to pee. He pees in the thing and empties it. He's like, well, do you know that maybe you're a junkie? And do you know you might actually drink your pee because there's residue?
I think what's happening here is you're drinking your pee. So. You're telling me that there is any other reason to pee in a bottle besides the fact that it has a handle and you can drink out of it? Very suspicious.
Honestly, if someone walked into my house, opened up my fucking cistern, opened up my toilet and say, you're probably drinking this, I would kill him. I'm showing it to 7 million people. In what world is that normal?
Are you drinking your pee?
This guy's like, I'm gonna get a job, I'm trying really hard to get new skills, and like, so I noticed this bottle of urine that you're probably drinking.
Have you got on that point ever?
Hit rock bottom already, bro. I'm going up.
Questions they seem kind of pointed, but I'm just curious.
My toolbox.
If you had an address, do you think you could get a job?
I want more than that, dog. I'm trying to build like a real something that's going to sustain my generations after me. You know?
I believe in it.
And paint is what's going to do it. But, you know, this is where I'm going to make my fortune. The plan was to come and help Alex paint with tear painting.
Okay.
You know, it happened for like a month, but then someone broke into the van and stole a bunch of shit. So I got a chip on my shoulder, bro.
This is an amazing man. This is like the complete opposite of what they're talking about. Someone who's homeless, he's trying his best to get out, and he's trying to help other people come out as well. They walk into his house and they're like, I bet you're drinking your pee.
Yeah, exactly.
Drink it now. Drink it in front of us.
Brother, thank you so much for sharing.
Well, we now know you guys are at least straight.
What? At least we know you guys are straight.
So the porn on the wall is of women. So
Yep.
you walk into a homeless person's like little like squat, and you're like, oh, thank God.
God, you're not
that's
gay. Imagine if we walked in and there was gay porn. There is no chance of God saving you then,
No,
sir.
no. These guys walk into a house.
I know that I can now I know 100% that I can't just like stop someone from existing with simply my brain power. Because I've never felt a certain way so hard in my entire life. And I cover atrocities for a living, pretty much. I see the worst of humanity on a daily basis. And I think that those two dipshits are somehow worse. Why? Because under normal circumstances, things like ethnic cleansing, right? That's actually processed through the division of labor. That's actually legalized in certain aspects of it. You know what I mean? There's like a structure to it. There's a design to it. There's a need for that design. It's the same need that requires in military prisons and whatnot that the execution squad doesn't know who has actual bullets in their guns versus who has blanks. Yes, you're correct, Chatter. It is a diffusion of responsibility that needs to happen. There's a compartmentalization that needs to occur in the regular, everyday evil activities that those who are simply doing a job participate in. And then there are other guys who say, no, I'll take matters into my own hands. And to me, I feel like just looking at so much of that pain and destruction and trauma and personally putting a camera to it and massaging the narrative in the most indecent ways possible, to me, that is like genuine evil, right? Like it goes beyond a person just following orders. And as we know through the Nuremberg trials, that simply just following orders is not going to, you know, take away your moral culpability. But this goes beyond that. Okay? This is the dude in Zone of Interest who operated Auschwitz, who has a personal stake in the matter. He wants to do it. Yeah. Rudolf Hess, or Hess, or however you say his name. Like a dude who genuinely loves his job and is like taking extra interest in all of the different aspects of it. Doesn't care about the compartmentalization that helps him sleep at night. It's truly fucking gross.
It's been like, good porn. You should drink your piss. I'm out of here.
Welfare check.
Welfare check.
Welfare check here.
Take out your titties and piss, everyone. Come on. I'm a journalist. I'm a normal journalist.
Are you concerned about this right here, the propane tank? No?
No, man. I done firefighter training. Like,
Really?
I got a lot of skills, right?
Sadly, only 11 days later, the motel burned down. One can only wonder how it happened and what happened to these guys we met. We got back in the car and had...
Bro, you are on board with a... Dude, you're onboarding with a serial killer. Oh my God. Really disappointed with certain left media lately, which I avoid because of gross homelessness takes, yet steady squawking about landlord rights and squatting like more homeless people won't be outside inconveniencing their eyes and solve nothing. They should know better and just makes me too mad. I don't know who you're talking about, but this is not one of those left media outlets.
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care about them at all. I wonder what happened. Okay, moving on.
Wait. Look what it says in the corner. The footage of the house burning is from the Cho show.
Wait, the news footage used Cho's footage.
Yeah.
So that means he was the first
He was
one
the
there.
first person there.
Bro. What is this? I never saw anyone murdering people screaming Christ is King, just saying. What? Why are you sending me this?
For some reason, this place that got set on fire in fucking Seattle, for some reason, this Turning Point USA guy who was there previously and noted all the explosives around.
Wait, he walked into the building and was like,
We got propane tank right here.
there's a gas canister there, there's a propane tank.
Exactly. He
And
pointed
he
them out.
kept doing that. He did that at the other fucking homeless camps. He likes to point them out because propane tanks aren't actually that much of a fucking burning hazard. Because you have to already have a really hot, unless it's leaking, but you have to have a really hot fire underneath one.
To
and then
actually
it's on,
set that thing on.
Yeah. So he's using that as a scapegoat. Oh, there's a loose propane tank. Crazy thing to have in a fucking house.
Yeah, but how was he there? That actually doesn't make any sense.
One can only wonder how it happened and what happened to these guys we met.
After all the shit I've seen in this video, I'm gonna say, just my opinion, not real. These guys burnt these men alive.
I think so.
This is doesn't mean they did it.
Doesn't mean they did it, but I think most likely with the evidence we've seen.
They burnt that house down, is what someone who believes that would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look, it's not all bad. Not everyone's a homeless person living in agony. You know, some of us are high-flying, really important entrepreneurs like us. And if you're like us, you'll love the sponsor of today's video, Odoo.
So you're running a business, but it's held together by a bunch of software and apps that don't actually work that well together.
Well, Odoo offers an all-in-one package which takes all the necessary parts of business and puts it together into one streamlined platform to make management of your day-to-day business so much easier. Let's say I did some really hard work and I made all these cups of water, and now I need an e-commerce site to sell them. Well, all I need to do is follow 4 simple steps. Starting with choosing online store for manufacturer business, then choosing one of the color palettes, adding the pages and features I want, and last step, getting a beautiful theme from these 3 options. And your online store is ready to be customized.
And you don't need any technical skills to do it. Even an idiot like me can do it. All you do is click top right.
They're not going to make it. Step 1. Don't get high on your own supply. That's literally the 10 crack commandments. You know what I mean? You failed rule number 1, dog. You're trying to sell water. Why are you drinking it? Dumbass. Ugh. Typical fucking socialist, bro. They don't know how to do business. Unlike me, a capitalist who loves business.
Skills to do it. Even an idiot like me can do it. All you do is click top right, type cup of water as name, and let's say I'm selling it for a good $100 and done.
And the best part is, it's free. Your first Odoo application is free for life with unlimited hosting and support, and you also get a free personalized domain name for 1 year. So go check out my link in the description and try out Odoo for free today.
Can you go back to Aussie again? I already missed the 3 of you together. Fear not, chatters. They're going to be here soon.
Once we go in, it is treacherous. You're going to be dodging trash, garbage, drug needles. Oh, that's a given at these encampments. And then the traffic, man. It is just absolutely insane that the homeless are living right next to cars going 70, 80 miles an hour.
Did he say anything about banning police here?
No, he said Chaz or Chop happened, And
3 years
now
ago.
Seattle is in total disarray.
I love these videos where they go into like this place where some vague left-wing thing happened on a very small scale 3 years ago. And then they show something that looks like every single American city. And you see these socialists are the problem. It's like, I feel like this looks like what America looks like.
Yeah.
Forget about like the 100 other cities with insane homeless problems. This is why it's happening.
It's a Seattle-specific problem.
Yeah.
Clearly, there are several people here right now.
So if you see the propane tanks right there, that's obviously dangerous, right?
Oh yeah, there are fires here at these encampments weekly.
Sure.
It's a total liability for this neighborhood.
Okay. That looks like it'd do some damage.
That looks fucking sick. That's the most advanced homeless weapon I've ever seen in my life.
What's the purpose of this weapon? You're like you're fighting other homeless men? It's like bum fights?
Your tent's better than his tent. He wants your time.
He wants your stuff.
You think I need to stab him with 30 nails.
But this thing would kill someone. It looks like it's empty on the inside, or maybe he's taped the...
That's beautiful.
Would you be able to make that?
I think so, but I'm struggling to work out how they got the screws all the way through. They screwed them through the other side, but then what's the point of the tape?
This is a club with nails. I mean, this is like Walking Dead style here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave this out here. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, my name's Jonathan Cho, local journalist.
I love just walking into people's houses. It's like, it's if you...
Yo, what's up?
What's up, guys?
A journalist here.
It's so funny. It's like if you do that to any person who isn't homeless, you're going to get a very aggressive reaction. Especially in America, where there's like laws that you can fucking shoot someone if they come into your house. If you did this in like some random rich person's house in Texas, you would die.
But also, imagine living in America where you have any guns you want, and then you find a baseball bat with screws sticking out of it, and you're like, this is crazy. What would these people are savages? They can't afford a fucking AR-15.
Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, my
a
name's
good
Jonathan
point.
Cho, local journalist. I just want to introduce you to my friend Tyler.
Is that for you guys to protect each other? Is there conflict out here?
You know, there's always conflict, bro.
Do you use anything out here? Like fentanyl or anything like that? Yeah. And as we talked to this guy, what appeared to be the mayor of the camp pulled up behind us and asked us what we were up to.
The mayor. They're pretending that homeless people are like this organized force that's like invading society, not just like people who can't get a job and have nowhere to live.
How do you know he's the mayor? Was he wearing a crown?
Well, maybe.
If there's anything the city can do to help you guys get permanent housing. Okay. Would you like us to get out of here? Is that okay?
Oh, is there anything we could do for you? And it's like, get out of my house. What do you mean?
But does he not see that this is just extremely patronizing, just coming in?
We took the hint and peeled out before things got violent. Everyone here had weapons, baseball bat with nails in it.
Look, he's carrying the club.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Like their existence there is actually proof positive that they do need those weapons. Like low key. You just proved why they need to look scary and to have those weapons. It also is frustrating because like there's so much fucking violence in the camps. People don't realize that. And yet people still choose to live there instead of living in the shelters because there's even more violence in the shelters. It's so ridiculous and gross to just act like people want to be in these circumstances. It's so unimaginable.
I think it's time to move. He might be coming in our direction.
At this moment, I was unsure if I was about to get killed, but it turns out he wanted to give me an early Christmas present. I give it!
So that brought you the bat back.
Why would this happen? Why is a guy holding out a bat to these men?
Why does he want to give it to them?
Big L for the dude. He should have fucking smacked him. Wait, did they bring it?
I have no idea.
It's their bat. These guys brought the bat in.
What, Tyler brought in a bat?
Yeah, they brought in this bat. They're like, oh, it's like Walking Dead. And then they leave.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up and he's like,
You want your bat back? You paid a lot of money for this movie prop, bro.
It does make sense. What kind of gift is this? And what if it was a gift? Why wouldn't they show the audio of him being like, I would like to give you this present? That's hilarious.
Also, you've just talked about how violent this camp is. You've said you just escaped before
Things got violent.
and then this man's like, have a present. My one thing keeping me alive.
These guys literally brought him this fucking weird prop there.
Everyone here had weapons, baseball bat with nails in it.
And this guy's like, oh, you left this thing. What am I going to do with this?
I don't want your fucking tetanus stick. Here you go.
What's the biggest thing that can be done to help you personally?
Let me get one of those little tiny homes.
Are there programs, Jonathan, that he could enter right now? If he said, hey, I will be sober, please give me housing?
Detox.
But
places to go right now.
detox just sends me right back out.
You don't have enough people to walk with Devin through the journey.
Okay.
That's one of the challenges, is you can't just put somebody in detox and then just release them back onto the streets. Devin will agree.
Wait, I don't get it. This guy understands like at least some of the problems. Why does he have to be sober? It fucking sucks. I know. It is so stupid that like, because that's not how that works at all. And the more successful rehabilitation programs actually start with a housing first policy. But even if you understand, I feel like that makes them worse. You know what I mean? Am I wrong on this? I feel like him recognizing genuine hurdles in combating homelessness and yet still being this much of a fucking asshole almost makes him worse. It's like the Nazi that isn't working at the concentration camps, that doesn't know that there's, you know, concentration camp shit happening, that's still like rounding up Jews is still evil, right? But the Nazi who is operating the concentration camp and like, you know, putting his fingers on the fucking dial of the ovens is like even more evil. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
The vast majority of people out here are here because they're lacking the community.
Who are they interviewing?
Why did you
This
say
homeless
Devin
guy
agree?
said nothing. Devin would agree. We should do all our interviews like this.
Why don't you do it? At least he's... Wait, homeless giving gifts, immediately proven wrong. At least he's doing something. Yeah, dude. Yeah, why don't I do it? Why don't I go burn down a homeless encampment? This guy's like, hey, at least he's doing something. He's trying to advocate for the death and destruction of most homeless people. You know? Why don't you go and do that? Well, maybe because I think that's insane. At least he's out there. Dude, I love chatters like this. Yeah, bro. If I was out there, you'd be like, oh, he's doing it for clout because you're a fucking idiot. That's the whole point. That's what, and I know this. You want to know why I know this is exactly what people say? Because I do put my money where my fucking mouth is, and everyone says I do it for tax breaks and clout. Before I was public about my charity work or things that I do in general, everyone would say, oh, he doesn't do it. If he was a real one, he would. So then I started being a little bit more vocal about my charity work and also the things I do. And then people started saying I do it for fucking clout. Damn, did I say that? No, you didn't. You're doing something even worse than that. You're literally fucking defending this fascist asshole.
Just bring another guy with us and then just interview him next to the person we're meant to be interviewing.
You would agree, right? And it's really hard to argue with someone, especially if you've got a camera in your face and someone says, you would agree with me here.
Yeah, this guy may or may not have lit up a fucking abandoned motel that homeless people are living on fire. And the chatter's like, well, he's taking matters into his own hands, you know? You got to at least give him that, friendo. You got to give him that at least, you know? It's something. What are you doing? I don't see you murdering homeless people. What? Off topic, but did you see what they found in the DC area? Kind of unbelievable. What is this? Oh my... Bro, I just got geoguessered. Oh my God. That's nasty work, bro. That is nasty work. You hate to see it. Sometimes it's your own ones. You know what I mean? He did it like in the most MHUD style too. This is literally like, he did it in the form of a fucking geoguesser meme. That is crazy. No, it wasn't a chatter that killed me. It was MHUD. That's crazy. Better than talking shit from my Hollywood house? Brother, I have done actively more work with people that work with homeless individuals than you will ever do for the rest of your fucking life. And not only that, but also beyond that, I've done more in the positive direction than that fucking dipshit. I bet, bro. See? You're doing it. You're doing it. You're already doing it. I bet, bro. I bet, bro. Classic. You literally did it. You were like, was I gonna do that? Well, you're doing it now. That's awesome, man. Thank you. You really fucking owe me, dude. You did. You owe me, big dog. I do, however, thank you for immediately proving the point that I was fucking making, which is that you don't believe it when I do it quietly, and you don't believe the sincerity when I do it publicly. You literally proved it. You were like, oh, would I do that? And then you immediately did it. Oh, anyway, here's the 3-minute ad break now. It took him, how many minutes did it take? Did I say that? 15:57, 3 minutes. It took him 3 minutes to prove what I was saying. 3 fucking minutes, dude. Is that how long you have in your brain for object permanence? Like 3 minutes later, you're like, well, everything I said 3 minutes ago, I forgot about. Motherfucker is one ad break away from forgetting every other thing that he has said thus far. Thank you. Please stay in the community because you are obviously a gaming watcher. Despite the fact that your brain is a little broken, we need you out here. I will not be banning you.
They're more well-spoken than you.
Also, you're on fentanyl. Like, a guy's on fucking tranquilizers, and then you just pretend to do a video in front of him.
The broken relationships, and that's the narrative that is not being pushed. It's not an affordable housing issue. Devin, if you were just given an apartment...
If it's not an affordable housing issue. That's awesome. Houses should cost more, actually.
Apartment, would that solve all your problems?
No.
What can anyone walk?
That's the best. He's like, it's not an affordable housing issue, it's a community issue, which is true. These people also need community, but it doesn't mean that
They don't
there's
need a house.
There's only one solution to this. That's what he's saying. It's not about affordable housing. We don't need more affordable housing. We need more community. It's just like, we need both.
How could you? I bet, like, because I've heard these talking points outside of, on the ground journalism.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish I did not know about the existence of this piece of shit, Jonathan Chode. Like, my day is genuinely worse now. He's like, it's like one of those moments where fuck. I was so perfectly happy and content not knowing another piece of shit fascist scumbag was alive and well and breathing and doing, everything they physically possibly can to make the lives of some of the most marginalized people worse. And it's like, and now I know he just fucking exists. And that kind of sucks, honestly. It's really shitty.
ism, but it's so insulting to say this to a man that is like, it would be so great if I had a home right now. And you just said, no.
It's obviously not about
relationships.
He was just like, if you had a house right now, would that solve all your problems? Obviously not. Obviously, I'm a fucking drug addict.
I'd still be addicted to fentanyl.
Yeah. Obviously, there's more things that he needs, but this guy's twisting it into like, you don't need a house.
No, but it is also one of those things, like, if you give someone a house, their chances of getting off fentanyl, having relationships, it's like one of the first step to getting all those things.
Yeah.
What can anyone walking the streets or anyone who may see this do to help you get out of this situation?
Just understand that you guys are just one paycheck away from being out here too.
Yeah.
Woo! Yo, he's right. He's right as hell. He's so right. The system fucking eats you. That's how it works, baby. Of course, there is no justice, so you will never actually be in the situation where you will then forcibly develop empathy for those people that you are talking to and about. And maybe then, hopefully, there will be a better structure overall that will, lift you back up. The chatter that said homelessness is like an anchor weighing you down in your boots it was so correct on it. I mean, partially because they experienced it themselves personally yesterday. It's just like, it's a sequence of pylons or boots of concrete, sorry. Homeless isn't like boots of, it's like wearing concrete boots. It's just like constantly forcing you to sink further and further and further into an even more desolate circumstance. It's just so, like there is nothing helping these dudes, bro. The system is completely designed against them.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Oh, that's sick.
That's a really good point.
Also, that guy's not bad at speaking. Why don't you just talk to him the whole time?
Yeah. You're one page away from ending up here. Yeah. You're just walking around with their like Fallout 4 prop. Oh, they're fucking gall to pretend that this is like some filthy thing that you just picked up. This is your stick.
Hold it like a bat.
They're human beings, man.
Yep.
They're somebody's mother, father, daughter, son, uncle, aunt. If we
Bro, Jonathan Chode. Oh, he's so sympathetic. I can tell. Because he's saying all the right things now. So he must genuinely mean it. He must truly believe it. Bro, doesn't that make you even a bigger asshole? You're literally you're talking about how these are human beings. And the way that you talk about them, the way that you talk to them, shows that you know that they're human beings, but you're still choosing to dehumanize them. That's so awful.
we look at each person that way instead of as a criminal or a drug addict, we have a better chance to get to know their story and help them get off the streets.
After narrowly avoiding a Negan-style execution, we began to enter homeless camps right next to the highway.
The person gave you the thing.
Yeah, he gave him the thing, and also simultaneously, not only did he give him the thing, but he gave it to him back, most likely. Like,
What do you mean narrowly avoiding? You brought this. They're probably thinking you're the one who's going to fucking kill them.
Also, you've just said we need to treat them as humans, and then Tyler's narration is, oh my god, we just escaped with our lives.
Zombie encampment.
Nothing happened. That was a normal interaction
Like
you just had.
Immediately proving that you're not treating them like humans.
Yeah.
We began to enter homeless camps.
bro, we already ran the top of the hour ad break. Stop fucking trying to bait me by being like, homelessness. You're talking about it, but here you have a house.
Right next to the highway and realized we were being followed. They're obviously,
They're following us, bro. So it's
Okay.
gotta move.
Yeah, that was a good line from Fallout. I'm not a communist, Mr. Howard. That's just a dirty word they use to describe people who aren't insane. Which can read as like anti-socialist, anti-communist, but like I think it's a pretty solid line overall. It is how I feel sometimes.
Tyler,
okay, all right, we gotta go. All right, it says for real, we gotta go. Keep in mind, they may be right behind us. There's a guy.
Yeah, Chad has been trying to get me to explain this guy's background, but the Jonathan Chode guy apparently used to be a fucking journalist, like an actual journalist, working for a news outlet in Seattle, and was fired from his job for doing too much favorable coverage for none other than the Proud Boys. And he hasn't really given up on his resentment and anger ever since. So Choey works with the Fix Homeless Initiative and has been nominated for 4 regional Emmy Awards. His entire fucking career is exploiting and harassing the unhoused population in Seattle. I can't fucking stand him. Do you take your politicking serious, or is this the part of the entertainment? Genuine question. Wait, what?
Guy coming this way.
What guy?
Where's the guy?
It's so, but like, remember, these guys are humans. Oh, by the way, they're going to execute us like in a zombie movie, and also they've got this like weird scheme where they're following us around.
They always do that with homeless people, where it's like underground network, like TMNT style.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like they're all linked and communicating with each other like a fucking, like a hive mind.
And they're all being trained by a Chinese rat.
No, they're having psychotic episodes in the street and need help.
What do you do about these people in society?
I don't know.
These are the people who've given up on society. They're done. They don't want to work anymore. They don't want.
I apologize, but I just joined. I am curious what your exact issues with Tyler doing this type of reporting. You believe he's showing inaccurate depictions of crises within states. Here, I'll give you a great example of a guy who was canceled for doing, really fucked up shit to women. Andrew Callahan, Channel 5. Channel 5 also goes to these kinds of areas, okay, and talks to these kinds of people from time to time. The difference, however, in his coverage is that he humanizes them and talks about their conditions as though they are living, breathing human beings. He doesn't partner up with a right-wing shithead from the Turning Point USA right-wing foundation who's, talking about homeless people like they're fucking ruthless savages. And his solutions to the problems are basically directly antagonistic to the actual solutions to the problems, which is more housing. This isn't valuable reporting. You are neither a socialist nor a communist. You are in the 0.1% of rich people directly benefit from the unbalanced wealth distribution. I do. You should do something about it. I do. I am very much now firmly in the wealthy camp of the wealth disparity. Perhaps you should tackle the structures a little bit. Try to advocate against that kind of wealth disparity. It's not like I'm desperately trying either, except for at the top of the hour. Yeah, no, I'm right up there, dude, with Jeffrey Jebediah Bezos. Me and him, we go to the fucking we go to the Davos summit regularly. I remember when you were much poorer and a homeless dude kept shitting outside your house and you were pissed that he didn't have housing and healthcare, not at first the poop. You were annoyed with that. Yeah, I am annoyed with the poop. Just like I'm annoyed with the dude who like used to masturbate outside my house too. But like my immediate response isn't they should kill this guy. My immediate response is like, why can't he jerk off in a house? Because here's the thing, Cope Hollywood Mansion, why are all my haters always posting W's in your... If you are against my worldview, right? If you think that capitalism is awesome and bountiful and being wealthy is glorious, then how the fuck can you turn around and post a W in your own understanding of the world? How can you fucking post a W in the chat to be like, cope in your Hollywood mansion? Really reconsider what you just said for literally a second. You are saying cope in your Hollywood mansion. Have I ever said that you just assume I like capitalism? Wait, what are you then? What, like, oh, it's one of those guys who's like, I'm actually a real socialist because socialism means to be poor. Socialism means real socialists are fucking wearing a barrel. Okay? He's German. Yeah, he's critiquing me from the left. He's doing, it's time for your Maoist struggle session, Hasan. So let's hear it. What's your worldview then, chatter? I would love to find out more about what you believe. It's odd. I don't know how the fuck you're tuning in from your barrel as a real socialist. I want to hear how he's going to fucking, I want to hear how he's going to put the puzzle piece together. I love finding out about how these people operate. Fucking German, fucking German socialist, dude.
They want to pay taxes. They don't want to pay their bills. You've got the activists saying, oh, if you just give everyone here housing.
Oh my God. He's literally shitting on the one guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. My anger has leveled up. He's shitting on the one guy who is actually very good and legitimately working to. Oh my God. Tyler got in a Twitter fight with invisible people. He hates them. Oh my God.
We can solve the crisis. Well, the problem is, as you've clearly encountered, there are people who want to stay out here.
Yeah, this guy is a scumbag, dude. What a fucking scumfucker, piece of shit, monstrous garbage person. Yo, where's that fucking German guy, dude? What happened? What happened to the German guy? Is he still in here? Is he still chirping? I'm the villain. Where's he at? I want to hear what he had to say about the real socialist German guy who's got some good critique.
Here.
You haven't encountered anyone like that.
You got to humanize people. These are humans, but also they're freaks who want to live in shit. It's just like this. There are ways to end homelessness. Like this is a very.
No, there needs to be a balance. No super rich, no super poor. Wait, so you don't like capitalism, but you kind of like it. A little bit. Come on, bro. What's happening? Are you a socialist or not? What's going on? You've already attributed values to the way I exist. You already know what I believe. I want to hear what you believe. Come on. Go ahead, bro. No, there needs to be a balance. No super rich, super poor. I'm super rich, by the way. Like I'm Jeff Bezos in his mind. So that's already fucking, you know. Why does there need to be any poor people anyway? Poor was already relative, but like, why is there any poor people in the world that you are suggesting? Come on, bro. Oh my God. Pick up the pace, dude. Pick up the pace.
Very specific American problem. They've got so many more than like any other developed country. Even in America, there were ways that they ended homelessness. Like back during COVID, when they saw like homeless people as little like vectors of disease, they're like, okay, we got to put these guys in houses, stop them from interacting with each other. Homelessness went down by like 200,000 people. And then as soon as COVID ended, they're like, okay, put them back on the street. We're gonna end this. It's like it's a choice. We can totally get rid of homeless people. But this guy's pretending that it's like actually every individual homeless person is significantly inhuman.
Yeah, exactly. Loves it.
What do you do about them?
After establishing homelessness was, in some cases, a voluntary lifestyle, Jonathan took...
Who established it? You.
No.
I'm glad that they established that homelessness is a voluntary lifestyle, dude. Yeah, that's sick.
This man, what's his name? Chode
TV.
Chode TV told you this.
This Turning Point USA guy actually told me that homeless people want to be homeless, but all the people we've interviewed, we don't have any sound bites of this because no one would fucking say that. Like, just, in no imagination of the world would anyone ever say that.
And as we approached the summit of this hill, we encountered this dude, power tools in hand, appearing to weld something car-related.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you. I mean, these guys are all self-sufficient. Everyone's running like generators here. There's power, there's electricity.
It seemed like some of these homeless people just didn't want to be part of society.
Why do they keep pushing this one narrative that this is a homeless person's choice? If you're living on the street and you do anything to make your life more comfortable, like getting a generator, suddenly it's like, oh, well, you obviously want this. You know?
So your argument is these people don't want to get jobs. This man's getting a haircut. What if he's getting a haircut so he can get a job? Like,
yeah.
What, like...
I mean, I think the ultimate position here is that, like, yes, homeless people prefer being homeless to being killed, being dead. You know what I mean? And why don't they just die? You have failed. You became homeless. You failed the game of capitalism. So just fucking kill yourself is the argument. Because any kind of like trying to get out of those circumstances or make those circumstances more manageable by like literally building a fucking house is bad for you. So obviously it's like, yeah, you lost, bro. Come on, kill yourself. And if you don't, I will kill you. I will burn your encampment down. And then I will act like it, you know, it was a propane accident.
He knows nothing at all about any of these people's lives.
No.
And he's just come in and done this. None of these people's faces are blurred.
The only person's face they blurred was the guy, the guy who's working in the non-homeless guy.
But it probably shows as well that firstly he hasn't asked these people's consent. And even if they do consent, if homeless people are on fentanyl, I don't think ethically you...
What is this? All you're saying is... What are you guys talking about? I have no idea what the fuck's happening in the chat. Are you talking about fucking Jonathan Chode? Stop having side conversations. Share it with the whole class right now. No more passing notes in class.
You should be allowed to get someone's consent to do this. Then you've just published their face to the world.
Yeah, they're not going to get a job.
You're not helping them in any way.
No.
This is a takeover, Tyler. I'm never, ever really concerned about the homeless. It's always the activists. It's a trans flag with a black star, and you have the entire trans movement now latching onto this as well. So typically,
yo, he is so gross, dude. I hate him. Bro, pick one struggle, you know? Do you want to kill trans people or you want to kill homeless people? Like, you can't double dip, bro. You can't double dip. God, fucking fascist piece of shit. I swear to God. He's just like... He's got the smoke for everybody. Don't you feel responsible that spreading your socialism is making more people homeless? You're right. Yeah, like, you know, the socialism demonstrated in Seattle. Classic case. We did socialism so hard in America. It looks a lot like capitalism. Everyone says it's capitalism. It is capitalism, but actually it's the socialism that caused the homelessness.
Typically speaking, who dislikes you in Seattle?
people with green hair and pink hair and purple hair, calling me transphobic, saying I'm anti-LGBTQ, saying I hate the homeless. The funny part is I'm in support of the LGBTQ community.
You're obviously not. You walk into a homeless person's house and say, thank God you're straight. It's just confused. Like, are we, the people watching this video, are not meant to have watched the whole video up to here? They just say whatever they want, assuming that someone's like skipping through. I don't know.
Maybe he was like, Tyler, cut out the beer wells. Made a homophobic joke there.
Keep the piss.
He's having some sort of reaction to drugs. What do you think that is?
I think that's a product of this living on the streets, man. Every
Do you
day,
think he's overdosing on something?
Like this. I don't think he's overdosing. I think he's experiencing what he's experiencing.
I have a question for you, sir. What are your thoughts on that? You're walking with your family, you see something like that. Is that a concern of yours as a Seattleite?
Normally they're members.
Bro, that's crazy. Oh my God. You're watching someone have a fucking psychotic episode in the middle of the fucking street, and your first thing is like, put the camera on them. And then the second thing is, let's bring some of these fucking civilians walking by. Yeah, this perfectly demonstrates a lot of people's, beginning point and end point with homelessness. It is an eyesore. That's it. It's not the humanity. It's not that person suffering, because that's not a person at all in your mind, right? He's pretty much just pointing and laughing at him. Yep.
Of the homeless community, people that are outcasts from society, things like that.
People are avoiding and walking around.
Yo, I don't understand how you could show this person not blow their face. There is no way that man consented to him having a psychotic episode and you showing him to 7 million people. It's like, that should be a crime. This is absolutely disgusting.
Well, I mean, the only reason he's not getting in trouble for it.
I'm not a real socialist. My point only is that you got to admit that you benefit from capitalism. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so close to banning all Germans from this chat. I would do that, except there are plenty of Germans in here that already had to suffer living with fucking dipshits like this. No, it's not even about a he says it all the time situation, dude. It's not. It's a phony. This person is just concern trolling. Everyone that always says you're not a real socialist is concern trolling, because the actual fucking socialists are either A, in here, or B, I collaborate with on a regular fucking basis. That's why you don't hear this from like an actual labor leader, okay? No labor leader is going to be like, yo, dude, Hasan, you're fucking fake socialist. It's the whole point. That's why it's always fucking Bonarelli and other people who are rugged, die-in-the-wool, capitalist, fascist monsters who fucking turn around and they're like, yeah, this guy's a real fake socialist, huh? I've never heard this from like an unironic, real person who engages with any kind of advocacy for human rights, okay? Well, maybe some smelly anarchists, but, who cares? Oh, my Lord. He folded like a fucking picnic table. One question. That's it. That's all it took. What is this? You're already super rich. And then the additional lines come in. Where is this? You're already super rich. Why don't you close the donations? First of all, I already do that. There are no fucking TTS. Ain't nobody donates to TTS. There's no donations. People do, however, subscribe still. Okay? People that say, why don't you have donations on? There is no donations. Are you going to respond to the allegation, though? You've made a lot of money from the system. Yes, it is true. I exist under capitalism. Middle of the hour. We talk about the subject like every month or so. We would talk about the subject every day if I were to respond to every single person that's like, socialism means you have to be fucking broke in the street, dude. You're a fake one. Which is always weird, because ultimately it unironically is just like, hey, man, he's right, by the way. That is actually middle of the hour ad break. But they're basically saying like, you're rich. Why don't you advocate for rich people shit? Why are you advocating for me? That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. It's like it fucking breaks people's brains, I guess. So they have to be like, yo, you must be a grifter. Okay, well, I was saying this shit when I was poor. What do you want me to do? You want me to change my attitude. You want me to change my fucking worldview now that I'm a better financial circumstance. It's so weird. It's so odd.
for it because this guy is so terribly poor. There's no way he'll ever like take legal action against you. So you can just
disgusting.
You can just feel.
I remember this dumbass point during Hasan's 3K Andy days when he was living in an apartment. Yeah, people were saying that back then too. Even when I wasn't rich.
Show 7 million people.
People just want online yes men and freak out on any voice critical of their worldview. I mean,
it just shows Tyler doesn't see him as a person.
No,
and the people, majority of the people watching, if they're not commenting that, they don't see it. They see
everyone's ignoring.
Oh, it's a zombie. It's a zombie guy. He portrays everyone in all of his videos as zombies. Have you seen that with his titles? Like, humorous guy like this. Like,
yeah, it's so bizarre. And like, that's what we found so hard about LA. Like, every time we go, it's so hard to spend more than like 2 weeks there because you get depressed. Like, you're so sad seeing all these like fucked up people everywhere, and it's like the only way you can live in these cities is like thinking that they're zombies. If you just ignore that if you think they're not humans, then you can survive here. If you see these people as humans, it's like you can't live there. It's like soul crushing.
What are your thoughts on this?
What?
I think it's a lack of governmental leadership.
Okay.
January 6th, none of them would walk out there.
What's your thoughts on this guy breakdancing in the background here?
I took this bottle of shit from a person's stand. What do you think?
Is he alive right now? And people walk around his lifeless body almost on the ground here. He's gonna call, let's say he called 911, would someone show up? This guy decided to call 911. It'll be interesting.
Pussy. What a pussy. Why didn't you just put a fucking camera on his face? And like ask people to make fun of him with you, you know?
Set a timer to see how long it takes for anyone to get here. What do you guys think about what's going on here?
Why didn't you call now?
What? He's been filming this for like 20 minutes. He's like, finally, someone's called 911.
Anybody have Narcan?
Anyone have Narcan? Potential overdose? We got Narcan out here. We have an ambulance en route. Yeah, he's back. Okay, he's out. Probably broke his nose, it looks like. Actually, quite quickly, to give Seattle PD some credit here, that was a 3-minute, 53-second response. EMT's on site.
It's drug related, and he doesn't want medical attention.
You could see his face so clearly. Like, you could identify this man so easily.
If I saw him again,
I would know this man.
We've made it to 3rd and Pike, the infamous intersection here. We're about to see the worst of the worst, if anything is out here tonight. Last night, Jonathan said it was Zombieland.
It is a notorious epicenter for open-air drug use.
It was complete chaos out here, and I had no clue what was going on.
Are you selling any of this stuff too?
Was it boosted?
You can easily jump on one of these King County Metro buses and then go to Target, boost, and come right back. This is...
Dude, bro said homeless people can use public transit. Like, in the same video, this is the same video. I don't know how many minutes it was prior, but he was like, oh, I love homeless people. They're just human beings, like, trying to get by. And now he's like, homeless people can use public transit. These evil beings, these monsters, they're so scary. What will they do with the public transit? Steal stuff from Target? How can anybody with a fucking operating singular brain cell look at this guy and be like, yeah, this guy definitely cares about homeless people?
An easy transportation corridor.
Everything's wrong. It's just like public transport is disgusting because it makes shoplifting easier. It's
public transport that's in front of a homeless camp, horrible idea.
Disgusting.
Don't let them move.
Come on. I want to get rid of them. I don't want them to move. I think they're humans, but I also think they're zombies.
No social worker would ever call something zombie land.
There's so much crime and open-air drug use. Mental illness, man. The guy's just talking to himself. Pooping.
Yeah, bro, if you have a problem with open-air drug use, why the fuck do you also have a problem with them doing the drug use behind closed doors? Hello? Like, what the fuck? He literally, bro said, first this video started off with them going to encampments where people are far away and have like created some kind of shelter. And he was like, this is fucked up. This is someone else's house. It's not. It's an abandoned motel. Oops, the abandoned motel is now on fire. It's just like, I don't understand. It's like they're doing open air drug use. Okay, the whole point is get them in a fucking permanent shelter situation and have them start the rehabilitation process.
He's taking a piss.
Wait, you're taking a poop?
Like, what are you filming him because you think it's entertaining? You want to film a homeless man pooping, or are you showing it because you are acting like you're trying to stop him? You're some kind of vigilante stopping people from pissing on the street.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like, is that what you think you're doing?
Go piss on the other corner. It's just so crazy in a country where like everything's so privatized. There are no like public bathrooms. The only place you can shit is in a restaurant where you have to pay.
Yeah, well, we found that out when we walked around sniffing poos.
Yeah.
We just landed right here in LA, the most disgusting city in the world, and we're gonna find some poos. Come on, let's go.
Guess what I just found?
Whoa. Are you sure it's poo? Smell it. Is it poo?
Oh, why did I do that? I knew it was poo.
I didn't think it was poo. What up, guys? You won't believe it. We found another poo. Right here. On a plate.
Oh, there's pee here. There's a bit of pee. Does that count?
Nah, we're looking for poos, Alex.
Fuck.
Poo.
Alright, I'll keep going.
Oh! Is it?
Maybe, but it's a bit too dry. I don't think we can.
There's no proof.
I feel like every corner.
We got another one!
This is so easy.
Well, like, why are there so many poos? And people are like, guys, it's not Australia. There's no public toilets here. And we're like, oh.
There's nowhere to shit. Where do you expect this man to poo? Like, I don't understand.
David Cho's house.
You feel safe here, ma'am?
Why are you asking me?
Because it feels extremely unsafe out here, and I've seen multiple people overdose. And
No, it sucks out here.
yeah,
I'm tired of it.
Yeah?
I thought we were doing something about it, and I haven't seen any visible action, you know.
Okay.
Sick of it. I would like the city to actually, I believe we voted for a no public use.
Sure.
I think that passed.
Oh wait, so it's the opposite. They gave police more powers. They voted for making drug use an even bigger crime, so police can just lock anyone up who does it, and for some reason it's getting worse. This is the opposite of banning police. They're giving police more powers, and what you're documenting now is the result of that. Is that this is not a solution to the problem. The solution to the problem is to give people jobs where they actually pay normal money and have a place to live.
Question, ma'am. Security, have you ever been in a dangerous encounter out here?
Not necessarily this area, but where I work in Capitol Hill, like more on 13th.
What are your thoughts on everything going on here?
People need help. People need support. Like, I'm going through a crazy situation. I have kids, and I'm homeless on these streets, and I can't find anybody to help me.
Oh, you're homeless as well?
Yeah.
And you're
Huh.
working too?
Oh, I work 3 jobs. Yeah, and I have 3 teenagers and a 1-year-old.
That's exactly what you're talking about. People are like, what about these people who have jobs? Who the fuck do you think is doing these jobs? It's homeless people.
No, watch David come now. Fucking shit.
Oh, I got a little. Do you shit? Where do you poo?
There's a ridiculous situation where I've been attacked with a knife.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to go there, but it's driving distance.
I'm down.
And as we drove to the location, we saw someone getting arrested in real time.
Dude, it's kind of wild that like these guys, like they're visiting this guy visits a city just to find like the most, like people that have been fucked over the most. Like there is something genuinely fucking broken in your brain when your goal is to just like go and find people that are in these horrifying circumstances, only to then, not like actually, so this Chode guy is propped up and funded by Discovery Institute, former employer of dogshit liar journalist Chris Rufo, and this is the kind of story he gets paid to push. Soccer league ends season early, blames local dem officials for ignoring crime-riddled homeless
soccer
camp.
field at North.
Oh, thank God he's doing it again. Like that's his job. His job is to literally fucking demonize homeless people. What an insane fucking person. So gross.
I would guess we have an overdose in front of us. Cops, EMT, ambulance, fire truck?
This man was allegedly starting a fire in the alleyway, so.
What happened, officers?
Oh, my mama, I don't care about jail. Y'all can take me to prison. I swear to God, y'all can take me to prison.
What did you do?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it appears that he lit his jacket, he says, maybe trying to stay warm here.
I'm insane.
He lit his jacket on fire.
To stay warm. But
most
wait. He just said that this video is called I investigated the city that banned police. We're now seeing a homeless man being arrested by 3 police with what looks like 3 other vans and a lot of funding.
Yeah. I mean, I commend all our officers on the streets of Seattle right now who come out here to deal with all these cases.
But in a culture where hating cops is cool, I won't be surprised if kids eventually stop wanting to be cops when they grow up and want to be, I don't know, YouTubers. If Chop has taught us anything, it's that the same people who want to abolish the police are the first to ask where they are when the safety of them or their loved ones are jeopardized.
None of those things were proven in this video. Like, what do you mean?
And thanks for watching.
I don't think I've watched a worse video on YouTube ever. That is probably the worst video I've ever
It's
watched.
so painful. Every single city in America is a capitalist hellhole that's full of homeless people. This place had some random thing happen 3 years ago that had no effect on the city in any way. And so I'm like, oh, actually, this is Seattle. And actually, they banned police. Usually, people who do right-wing stuff like are a bit more clever. This guy just like is just lying. It's just like what makes it like a tiny step worse, because all these talking points are old. We know like people hate homeless people.
We've heard this.
The weird thing is doing it to their face. Like it's just like an extra level of psychopathy.
Yeah,
like,
and the fact that you can, like we made a lot of the shit jokes, but actually show this person that's trying to get a job, show their bottle of piss after they've asked you not to show that, then say you care about them, and you potentially ruin this man's life forever. Yeah. And so many of these people's. It's fucked, yeah.
It is such an odd thing to plug on your Patreon, the naked photos, the homeless man's porn.
And you know what you can get? If you come onto our Patreon, we'll subscribe to Tyler's Patreon and show you the porn that he looked like on his Patreon, so you give us the money instead of Tyler.
But on top of free access to a homeless man's porn, you also get like a really good video, full-length video every month, and it's just $5.
Just $5.
Yeah. And the
I think it's a bit of a reach to say that given the opportunity, every single one of those people will be motivated and willing to rehab their life if given the opportunity. Wait, what? Who gives a fuck, dude? Wait, what do you mean? Oh no, not every single homeless person is going to be fucking saved from the depths of addiction, crippling addiction. Okay. So, I guess we're not 100% successful, so might as well throw the whole concept away, even though other places that do have initiatives like that have seen tremendous success. Seemingly, you know, America is running on a near perfect speed run towards fucking literally making everybody homeless, so might as well, maybe then we'll fix it. I say this is a Canadian where so many avenues are available and people manipulate the system and go back. Bro, no, in Canada, those same avenues do not exist either. Shut the fuck up. It's just marginally better than America. The same issues still exist in Canada. Canada doesn't have a fucking homeless, a housing first initiative in combating homelessness either. You're talking about patchwork solutions. No, the major problem is housing is incredibly expensive. You, as a non-homeless person, is a real human, right? Homeless are not. They're schemers who are fucking up the system. Okay, so you as a real human, explain to me, do you think the housing system is good in your fucking city? Are you having an easy time? How do you think those guys become homeless? That's not what I'm saying. No, housing is awful. I'm a struggling student on the brink. Yeah, bro. And you maybe perhaps should think a little bit deeper as to how these people become homeless to begin with. That's why it makes no sense when you are in Canada and you're like, but there's still a lot of solutions if you want to. No, dude. No. Canada is one of the worst examples that you could use. Canada, as a nation, has some of the worst housing crises in its big cities. An unemployed chatter is telling you that people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps to pay rent is so funny. I know. Bro's about to be homeless, advocating against his own, like, bro's on the brink of homelessness, being like, yeah, but these guys do manipulate the system, though. It's like, bitch, you are about to manipulate the system, I guess. The fuck do you mean? How can you be so fucking close to homelessness while simultaneously literally being like, yeah, but these homeless guys, man, they're kind of fucked up, you know? Yeah, motherfuckers in the country where dudes are literally commuting by plane because it's cheaper to live with their fucking family back home and then fly to school twice a week. And he's like, yeah, you know, this homelessness stuff, a lot of it has to do with individual responsibility. Ay, ay, ay. Blows my goddamn mind. The homeless are used as props to scare the working poor is so gross. I live in a Canadian city, Hamilton, Ontario. We have tent encampments grown across the city, and I kid you not, my council voted 8-8 to deny building housing on parking lots. The mayor had to veto it to get approval. It's disgusting.